Okay. All right. So hopefully, let's see. Everything is on. Are we live? Okay. If you guys can hear my light, I apologize because it's like really loud. Okay. So let me know if you guys can hear me okay. If everything is fine. I'm going to adjust the camera just a little bit. Okay. All right, so that should be okay. Let me see if I can turn this down a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna turn that light off because it's making too much noise. So greetings everybody, hope everybody's doing well. I wanted to do a year-end 2023 year-end reflections read for zodiacs, but I'm gonna separate it just in groups of like elements. So for example, like earth signs, water, air, and fire signs. I'm gonna just do it in groups like that as a bulk, and I will leave timestamps as well. Okay. So I'm gonna just pin in the chat what order we're gonna go in. So I'm gonna do earth signs as a whole, water signs, air, and then fire signs. Okay. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. Hello, everybody. All right, so let me sip my coffee. Good day, good morning. It's still morning time over here, so yeah. And then as far as like what we can expect for the year, I wanted to do the Chinese zodiac. So be on the lookout for the Chinese New Year read. It's the year of the dragon. So hey, dragon people out there. So I'm excited for that. Actually, I might do yeah, I'm going to do the Chinese zodiac ones for sure for the new year for 2024. And then for like just new year messages for 2024, I'll do the zodiacs individually, but I might put that on my Patreon first because that's going to be quite lengthy, I feel. So I might do like a private live over there. I don't know. But as a collective message, let's tap in and see what Divine Spirit wants us to know. I'm gonna have to leave my iPad right here so I can put my time stamps. So I'm gonna leave my iPad right here in my lap. Okay. So just as a collective message for this new year. Actually, Cozy Witch, I'm gonna use you guys later. Let me put y'all over here. And I have a little new deck too. This Manifesting the Fairies. It's so cute. I love this deck already. I just got it yesterday. It's a new fave. Okay, it's a new fave. I'm here for it. Okay. So let's tap in and see collectively what are the messages. I'm gonna use this deck right here actually for the collective. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know. Just a reflection. You know, your spiritual team, you need to know, you know, just a little energetic pat on your back. You have come a long way, you know. You've come a long way. Spirit is pleased. May not seem like it, but Let's see where timestamp is. Let's do 5010 as our timestamp for the collective messages. And then we'll hop into, after the collective messages, we'll hop into the elements, okay, of each sign. Okay. Spirit, divine source, God, our angels, our ancestors, our benevolent beings of love, light, and truth, integrity, and honor, power of the divine. What is the message that you have for the collective? What is the message that you have? That's the overall reflection or collective message. What is the message? Okay. Hey, Grand Rising. Okay. Justice in reverse, the Queen of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Judgment. I didn't really know whether I should, because this card flew out first, and I didn't know whether I should, like, however I should turn it, but I just was led to turn it how I did, and it ended up being in reverse. So some of you guys could feel, you know, or have felt throughout the year that there was some injustice in your life where things maybe not working out in your favor, things kind of like hard adjustments as well, like something wasn't easy to adjust to. Some of you guys may have, for those of you that are spiritual workers yourself, or you know, you do your own magic, or you do your own spiritual healing work, or you work with your ancestors, or you may work with a specific deity or goddess or god energy. I'm getting like you guys could have made some offerings to the ocean. Something about purification. If it's not the ocean, you did some type of healing work. A lot of extensive healing work, you guys. And this year, I feel like this is a year where you guys may have went through your crucifixion. In other words, like you went through maybe your dark night of the soul, if you're familiar with that term, or you had to die to like certain parts of yourself, like certain parts of you. It may have felt like, you know, it's kind of like the opposite, like the perception is the opposite of what's really going on. So like some of you could like deem certain situations in a negative light, where in actuality it's a positive. It's some type of ending, something that needs to be closed out and purified and cleansed out anyway, so that next year is your resurrection. Okay. So just based off of the numerology with number 7 is typically a completion number, right? Spiritually. Could it be also something with your awakening to a lot of things, an overload of downloads for some of you. It's like you're leaving an old structure behind. Okay. It's like you're mourning something that's on the other side. It's like a bittersweet energy. Some of you guys are mourning the loss of like the old aspect of you, even though it may not seem like that. It's like a grieving process. Hey, Besso. If y'all hear my stomach growling, as I say, my stomach is cussing me out in multiple languages. If you guys hear my stomach, that's what's going on. I haven't had any breakfast yet. But yeah, I feel like next year is going to be the resurrection for a lot of you. And number 8 is, yeah, next year is the year of the 8. So there's like a karmic balance, especially with the Justice card here as well. It's like this karmic energy, karmic justice, balance. So you're dealing with things that need to be removed now in order to get to the other side. Let's see if there's anything else for the collective, and then I'll hop into the individual messages in a second. I would say this is just, you know, the little kitchen witch in me, the bruja, I don't know. I would do like a spiritual bath before, like on the night of New Year's Eve, or maybe even the morning of, you know, do what you're led. If you have access to a body of water, okay, access to a body of water of any kind, I would do some clearing work there and just allow spirit to guide you. I'm not going to say like, oh, do this to the T, do this exact, but like use what you're guided to use or do what you're guided to do. Now, if you have access to a bathtub, not everybody has a bathtub. Some people just have showers. If you have access to a bathtub, make you a spiritual bath. I do get like, if you have seashells, use seashells, some sea salt. If you have some sea salt, Himalayan salt can work as well. Maybe like specific herbs. You might be led to like a specific herb or something like that, or maybe even essential oil. Take a spiritual bath and cleanse yourself of all the energies that you are, you know, carrying that is not yours. Any residue of the past or the old, like imagine that energy being purified out of you, cleansed off of you, and let it go down the drain when you're done. If you have a shower, you can set intentions to do that. But I'm just getting like before the new year, and maybe even for the new year as well, like cleanse yourself, welcome in new energies, like do the opposite. Yeah, do the opposite for New Year's Eve if you're led to. Only do this if you're led to do like that water purification and cleansing or spiritual bath. And then New Year's Day, welcome in new energies. Some of you guys, if you're into floor washes, y'all know what I'm talking about. Do a floor wash in your home. And I'm getting things like that kind of have that holiday energy. I don't know, boil some apples or something, some cranberries, some rosemary, some sage, and like purify your home with the aroma of that. Like kind of like you're making a tea, but you're not drinking it, but you're cleansing your home with the aroma of it. And then however you feel led to do a floor wash. That's what I'm getting. Something with your door. Some of you guys might want to do like a smudging on your home and on your door, some type of cleansing of your door. I don't know, your front door of your home. Oh, this is what I'm getting to. Spirit is saying before you do like the cleansing or the welcoming in, like the aroma in your house, like that cleansing, make sure you smudge and clear out first. So like anything that you're clearing out, do that New Year's Eve. If you have time to do that during that day. And then New Year's Day, do the welcoming in work. If you're led to. I'm only saying this if you're led. I don't feel led to pull any more cards. I think that is what it is. That's just what Spirit wanted to say. So that's for the collective messages, okay? So now let's move on to the individual messages. I have pinned in the chat the order that I'm going to go in, okay? So I'm going to start off with the earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Now you may have a lot of placements of earth in your chart, so you don't have to be a sun sign. So we're just going to tap into the earth signs as a collective, and then we'll go further on into the other elements, okay? So what is the reflections? If you guys have like a journal, a pen or paper, you can write down what is it that we need to reflect on for this year, like this past year that we're moving out of, 2023. What do I need to reflect upon? What are my reflections, you know? And then I'll pull a card from the manifestation or manifesting with the fairies as like a potential message of what you can expect to come in for you. So what are the reflections for the earth signs? Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, placements. Thank you. Six of Wands. I know this is going to resonate with some of you. So Six of Wands says you're kind of a big deal, so start acting like it. I know that's right, okay? You have supporters. You may not perceive that. So Spirit wants you to reflect on, in what way am I playing myself small or selling myself short? In what way am I not appreciating all that I am? Do I really embrace or accept support and love? Compliments. Am I really open to receive those? Do I compliment myself enough? Do I pat myself on the back enough? Do I only focus and highlight on things that I'm doing wrong or I need to do more of? Or do I have a healthy balance of you know, what am I still working on or could work on, but at the same time, I'm also doing well and have accomplished within myself. Whether these accomplishments be monetary things and or internal work and things that I've done on myself, and you know, just maybe small tasks that I've got done through the day, and how I push myself to do things, you know, disciplined myself this week. Did I go to the gym? At least I may not have did an hour like I wanted to, but at least I did 30 minutes or I did 45 minutes or whatever. There's something about needing to see yourself, okay? If you feel led to, I do this. I try to do this every New Year's, right as the clock hits 12, like I'll celebrate and blah, blah, blah. If I'm at home with my peoples or whatever, I'll go off to I'll go off somewhere on my own privately, and I'll sit with myself for a minute and like just process everything, or write down intentions, or just journal, like just clear my head, sit with myself. So if you feel led to do that, write these things down, reflect, like in what way am I kind of selling myself a little short? This is what Spirit wants you to reflect, because you have support. You do. You have people that are actually rooting for you. Some of you guys might have misplaced trust. And when I say that, it's kind of like you might not be trusting people that you should, right? So like there's people that really have your best intentions, but you're kind of looking at them as like untrustworthy or something. I'm getting like some of you guys could have had some experiences where you've been bullied before, or where you had like false friend experiences or something like that. So, or you had experiences where people might have, you know, talked down to you more than uplift you. So when you hear people uplifting you and encouraging you, or just, you know, showing their appreciation, you kind of doubt it. So that's something that Spirit wants you to reflect on and work on before you go into the new year, because you are at a place where you are shining and you don't even know it. And Spirit is like, no, we can't have that, because there's more to come. And Spirit also wants you to build your confidence on a different level, because I feel like whatever 2024 holds for you, it might be a lot more things, you know, successes and opportunities coming your way in some capacity, or you're going to be expanding, or you're going to be more so in the forefront, like if it's something with your career, or meeting new people, friends, building new friendships. If it's love related, like you have to be open and put yourself out there. Like you need to know that you the ish, okay? Work with some pink, work with some red. If you're a candle person, get you some pink candles or some red candles, or mix it up. Okay, let's see, what can you potentially expect? Earth signs, what can you potentially expect in the new year? And I'm going to expand on this in a separate reading, not this one today. So we'll do the new year reads soon. Okay, but for now, let's just get a little short, little something for you guys. Like this video if this message resonates. Send it to someone that you feel like may also resonate with this, benefit. Sacred space. Yeah. So you guys, I do take heed to that message that in the collective where I was picking up, doing some type of like welcoming energy, like some type of spiritual work. She's putting a wreath on her door. Okay, or she's about to, and her door is open. So this is like welcoming, letting out old energies and welcoming new energies. So you set the tone for your new year. Spirit wants you to, wherever you dwell the most, to purify it, cleanse it, set intentions. I'm getting, something about the heart chakra is your sacred space. I'm telling you, my stomach is going to be growling really loud. I just heard it. And if you guys hear it, like I said, my stomach is cussing me out in multiple languages. It's like, I'm hungry. But your heart is your sacred space. And for the new year, I just get that there's some type of blessing or opportunities here. So your spirit wants you to create the space for those things, okay? But you set the intentions, you set the tone, okay? So yeah, that is a message for earth signs. Earth signs, that was your reading. That is your year-end reflection read. So let's keep it moving. Let's move on to water signs now. And like I said, if that reading resonates, or you could stick around for the other placements in your chart. So let's move on to water. Okay. Water signs. All right. Okay, so if you are a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces placement, this reading is for you. We're going to do the year-end reflections for you. And then I'll pull one card just to see what you can potentially expect in the new year. I'm going to touch on it briefly because I'm going to do a separate reading on that soon. So just for this reading, this video for now, we're just going to focus on the reflection. What do you need to reflect upon during the year end? The remaining days of 2023. What are your year-end reflections? Water sign placements. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Dang. Now, I only pulled one card from my earth signs, my fellow earth sign people. But you guys have a lot of cards here. A lot. Spirit, how you want me to do this? Let's see. What? And stop. Okay. I'll keep these to the side. The Ace of Swords, it says, look at you. You're bursting with sparkling new ideas. Sparkling new ideas. All right. Some of you guys may feel stagnant, but Spirit is wanting you to reflect on the times that maybe like where you felt stuck or where you felt like things were not working or moving forward. Reflect on the ideas and the solutions that you came up with. There's something about, I feel like Spirit is not going to give you guys the answer through other things or other people, or they haven't. Like Spirit is, it may be very annoying for some of you to like have to figure it all out, you know, and not get the answers. Or maybe in the past there was a method or something that you did that worked out for you, or you had things figured out, and then to some degree it was like that didn't work, or that method just wasn't working, or you sought out clarity in different avenues or different people and it didn't happen. Because I feel like Spirit wanted you to come to this yourself. Like you're the only one that could come to this, okay? Or like Spirit wanted you to tap into something greater, or to span your capacity, your mental capacity, your intuitive capacity, like stretch it. It was like stretching your muscle. It was like strengthening in a way. So reflect on those moments where maybe you didn't have it all figured out at first, or where you were seeking outside of yourself for the answer, but you still found it. Or Spirit might have given you some type of divine message or synchronicity that you weren't even looking for, but it was what you needed. It was like, remind yourself of those times when you feel stuck, when you feel confused at times, or it's like where you feel stuck in a rut or something like that. Spirit wants you to remind yourself of those moments where that clarity came through in another avenue, or where there's something about your intuition. Let me see. The rest of the cards, you have hella cards. You have the Page of Cups. Yeah. Let yourself be continuously surprised by this thing called life. So this is like to expand you. And then for some, this is funny. The Nine of Swords is like she's up at 3 a.m. I don't know about y'all, but like for the past, probably like throughout the entire year, I just been waking up at like odd hours of the night or the morning and have not been able to go back to sleep. And I feel that is where Spirit is trying to speak to you the most. Okay. You could have been worried about something, but this is the thing. Like there's something like, oh, okay. This is a lot I'm trying to process it all. Woosah. There's a lot of energy that you're trying to process right now. It's like you're getting a lot of downloads, and I feel like Spirit is preparing you for something in 2024 this year. Like right now, 2023, like Spirit is preparing you for something in 2024. And it's not all supposed to come in at once. It's not all supposed to make sense. Like you have questions. You have questions about dreams that you're having. You have questions about certain synchronicities that you're receiving. Or you just have a lot of questions why certain things feel stuck, stagnant, things are not happening, things are not moving. But it's like this is all divinely placed, divinely timed. And some of the things that you're inquiring about, they're going to come in bit by bit and it's going to make sense. Like there's a full picture. It's kind of like you're getting puzzle pieces. You're putting them together so that when that full picture completes, you understand. So 2024, there's some type of understanding as to what you were receiving, what you were getting, what you were dreaming, why things did not happen when you wanted them to, or why things felt stuck, why you didn't get the clarity that you needed. That's what I'm getting from this. So let's see, water signs, what can you potentially expect in 2024? And like I said, we're only going to lightly touch on this aspect because we're going to do a separate reading or video for 2024 messages. So yeah, I would just journal, make sure you journal all of the experiences that you have questions about, the synchronicities, the dreams, the things that you feel like you need answers to. Write all of that down because you're going to revisit it later. It's all going to make sense. Healthy and vitality. So this is a big, beautiful blessing to have. So in 2024, your health, you're going to feel renewed. So if you feel tired, you feel stressed out, you just feel stuck, like it's a different vibe in 2024 for you. This year was just really, you're prepped. You were prepping for something, okay? And some of you guys might have need the I shouldn't say stagnancy, but what you perceive to be a stagnancy. You needed that moment to rest and get yourself kind of like geared up, get ready, clear out, because 2024 may be a busy year for some of you water signs, like a lot of production, a lot of things moving. So that's what I'm getting from that. And your spiritual team is also supporting you as well. Like you're not doing this all by yourself. It may seem overwhelming, but you're not. Okay. All right, water. That was your year in reflection. I hope that made sense and resonated. If it did, like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. Share it with someone you feel like this may resonate with, benefit, bless, or help. So I'm going to move on to air, and that will leave us after that with fire. So let's do air. Okay. So air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy or placements. This is your reading. We're going to tap into the year in reflections. And then we'll move on to fire, okay? So let's tap in. What do you need to reflect upon? You have a journal, you have a pen, a paper, a notes, you know, your notepad on your phone or whatever to write down these reflections, okay? For 2023, the year end of 2023, what do we need to reflect on here? So let's see. I heard something is baking. Something's baking. I don't know. Let's see. Queen of Wands. Nope. Queen of Swords. Interesting. All right. So Queen of Swords energy. Obviously, that's air. It says, don't you dare lower your voice for anyone. Okay. So some of you, it's funny, but because air signs, aren't y'all like, you know, or at least like Gemini energy is Mercury, right? Communication. So for some of you, you have a lot to say. Some of you guys may want to start like some type of like organization where you come together with people and like maybe like a circle, like a group of people that come together to discuss certain topics. It could be like therapy sessions or like a sisterhood type of gathering or like, you know, brothering or something like where you guys all come together. You guys, you know, release, you heal. I'm getting for some of you, it could be like mental health discussions and like a space for everyone to like talk, to vent. But reflect on how and what way have I been silencing myself, even if it's just with yourself. Like, how have I been silencing my own self, not for the sake of other people or what I need to say externally or express verbally externally, but like, how have I been not honoring and listening to myself? And I've just kind of been brushing things off, you know, with myself, you know, not giving my feelings a voice or validation or concern or compassion. Who or what have I allowed to make me feel like my voice is not important? Okay. This could be deeper than just this year. This could be things, because Spirit wants you to deal with this, even if it's deeply rooted from years and years and years ago. to deal with it this year, because next year, obviously, it's like you want to welcome in new energy. You don't want these same blocks. So in what way, ask yourself, reflect upon this. Have I been silencing myself or allowing other people to silence me? There could be some type of resonance with like toads or something, or reptiles. Some of you guys may feel like you've kissed a lot of frogs and it's just like, when is love coming? Okay, that could just be a separate specific message for you. Some of you guys may want to write a book. You want to write a book and you're kind of telling yourself that you shouldn't, or all the reasons why it's not a good idea. Some of you guys may want to write about love. Some of you guys may want to write a poetry book or something. Some of you guys may feel like when you share certain things, it's like you're venting, like in a way of you're like burdening people, but Spirit is like, no, like there's people that value what you have to say, even if it's just like you need to vent, you need someone to talk to, like no one's judging you. And it may be things that are very deep for you, things that are very complex, very painful. And Spirit is saying, no, the right people will nurture you and support you. So for some of you that have your own businesses, you might be a little hesitant to like state your price for some of you. Or to even say you can book with me or something. It's like you're holding off on something. So Spirit is saying it's okay, like hold off for a second on that and reflect as to why you're doing this. That's what Spirit wants you to get to the root of. Why are you silencing yourself in certain ways, in different aspects? And then ask yourself, in what other ways that I might not be aware of, am I silencing myself? And then ask why. There's an importance to that, you know? So yeah, it's like what people, and I feel like it's coming from a place of love. I'm not encouraging people to be assholes. Like, you don't have a right to spill hate and stuff on people and talk shit, and you know what I mean? Like, this isn't that type of energy. This is people that are, it's like, I get, not shy is not the word, but like people that you consider how people feel, but you're not considering how you feel. So I'm not saying like people that are, because like misplaced anger, people that feel like they have a right to treat people bad and be like, oh, well, because you did this, everybody's going to pay, or it's not that type of vibe, because the Queen of Swords in reverse is a nasty energy. It's not a good energy. Queen of Swords, King of Swords energy in reverse is very bitchy. It's an asshole energy, and that's not what I'm getting here. There's some type of healing energy in this, okay? What can you potentially expect in the year 2024? Air signs. Ooh, yes. So those of you that's like, I'm kissing all these frogs. Not for long, honey. You ain't kissing the frogs for too long now, okay? All right, you have love and romance coming in. Something so beautiful here. Oh, look at that. Love and romance. That's what you got. Something beautiful, beautiful loving energy or closeness, togetherness. If you have a partner, communication is always key. But I feel like in some way you've been silencing your truth. Spirit wants you to express it. And there's this, again, like the supportive, loving energy. And especially for those of you that have been in relationships with people that you feel like you couldn't be your authentic self, or you couldn't be vulnerable, or you had people, you know, shut you down or gaslight you. It's very hard to feel received and loved sometimes when you've been through that. So Spirit wants to reassure you that the love that is coming for you, or that connection that you are already in, maybe where you're kind of afraid to open up because you're afraid that they're going to treat you like the others, or maybe you had a parent that was very harsh with their words, or just some type of verbal abuse or something like that, or where you felt silence, or people told you that you were stupid, or something that makes you want to coward your voice, silence it, not speak. This is going to be love. It doesn't have to just be the romantic aspect of love, but people that love you, it's like you're going to be met with support. Okay. All right, so that was your reading. Air signs. Let's go ahead and move on to fire signs now. So if that resonated like this video, I would greatly appreciate it, you guys. If it genuinely resonates, and send this to someone you feel like it may bless and benefit as well. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to our last signs. Okay, let's see. What does that say? 3505. Okay. All right. Fire signs. We saved the best for last, I guess, huh? So we're going to do like a year-end reflection message for you. And then I'm going to pull one card as well for what you can potentially expect in 2024. But we're going to lightly touch on that because I'm going to do a full New Year read soon. So just for this video, this reading, we're just going to do one for now, one card. So if you have a journal, a pen, paper, your notepad on your phone, your iPhone, whatever phone you have, to write down these reflections to reflect upon before the year ends. So if you have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements in your chart, this message may be for you. Spirit, can I get a year-end reflection for fire signs? Can I get a year-end reflection for fire signs? Come on. Two cards trying to come out for you. I'll keep this in mind. It was the Eight of Swords. But the main card that wants to come out for you is the Six of Pentacles. It says, every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. So, Eight of Swords says, stop overthinking and just do it. Okay, so some of you guys have two different reflections, okay? But the main one that Spirit wants you to pay attention to is reflect on how you gave of yourself in any capacity or any way, genuinely gave of yourself, purely gave of yourself, and compare it to, it's something about, this doesn't have to be pessimism for everyone, but for some of you where there is a pessimistic type of view about like, I give so much or I do so much for people and this is what I get, or, you know, how come things have not happened for me yet, or why does it seem this way? To write down how Spirit has blessed you. So like, write a list on one end of all the things that you've given from the kindness of your heart. It doesn't just have to be this year, like just throughout the years. And then how has Spirit like backed you up and blessed you? In what ways have people blessed you, given to you, supported you? Write those things out. Remind yourself of that. This could be like a gratitude type of journal thing. And for those of you where there's not really pessimism behind, you know, feeling like things have not been returned to you, Spirit still wants you to remind yourself of the good that you've extended outwardly towards others in any way or capacity that you've given of yourself, or given your time, maybe given money or given something, you know, material. And what are you grateful for? What are you most grateful for this year? How has kindness been paid forward back to you? And really sit with yourself, because it's easy to go, oh, no one cares and nobody does. But sometimes we don't even see. I'm getting a vision like of someone saying to themselves like, nobody cares about me, or nobody does this for me, and blah, blah, blah. And then somebody holding the door for someone that's like moping around with their head down, and they don't even notice that someone was being kind to them. It's kind of like that, where sometimes like we're focused on what we don't have, what we lack, that we don't even see what we have or see the love that we do already have. We focus on, oh, because this one person is not giving me attention, or this one person is treating me badly, that we don't even see those that do care for us. And sometimes it's in a way their love language may not be in the way that we would desire it to be. So some people's love language is through acts of service, you know, giving you a ride, or opening the door for you. And you're like, oh, well, because someone didn't verbally say such and such, or blah, 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 that, you know, Spirit wants you to shift your perspective, for those of you that are in that energy anyway. But for those of you that, when you see good happening to people close to you, you celebrate them, you're happy, And it's a natural thing to be like, okay, Spirit, like, what about me? Again, Spirit is saying to write your gratitude. Remind yourself of how things have worked out for you as of recent or throughout this year, how people have paid their kindness towards you. Just even if you feel like it's small, because you want to measure that, like you want to see. And even if you only have 3 things that you can think of, sit with those 3 things and really be blessed, because it's not a 0. It's not that nothing. I guarantee you that list is not going to be 0 things. It's not. It's impossible. If you put that, you're lying to yourself. Oh, there's nothing to be like, stop. You know what I mean? Like, don't play with Spirit. Don't do that. Okay. Yeah, like this girl, she found a coin while cleaning her couch. So it's like the little blessings. You know, she's grateful for that one little coin. That one little coin might be the last thing that she needed to buy something she was saving up for. You just never know, right? So Spirit wants you to reflect on these blessings that have come to you. All right, let's see, what can you potentially expect in 2024, fire signs? Empathy. Interesting. So for some of you, this new energy, the reason why Spirit wants you to be this way, I feel is, okay, for those of you that resonated with a little bit of the pessimism, it's not anything to shame yourself or beat yourself up for. It is what it is. We're working it out, right? Hopefully. That empathy for yourself is needed, because others of you, like you have that empathy to give to everyone else, but you have to learn how to give it to yourself. And for some of you to even recognize when you're being loved, recognize when you're being appreciated, because some of you don't even realize it sometimes, or you don't even see like how Spirit appreciates you and loves you. Okay, so it's kind of like Spirit has to remind you. Animals could be very significant, because that cat, I couldn't make out, because I kept looking at that cat in the 6 of Pentacles, and I'm like, I'm looking at it, but I'm not getting anything from it, like a message, like nothing was coming out for me. But you have this deer here and this bird on this fairy's hand. There's something about animals also maybe helping to kind of like ground your energy, to soften you, to open your heart chakra. Some of you, this is heart chakra work that Spirit is calling you to. Okay. It's going to open the floodgates. Like, it's going to open your eyes, because I'm noticing like around the fairy, the scene is kind of dark around her, like it's nighttime, but then in the circle, it's bright, it's sunny. So like this is going to open your eyes, your perception and perspective, I guess, rather, your perspective on appreciation and love and your place in the world, and not looking at things from this doom and gloom. And for some of you, it's not even that you look at this way. You may be, thank you, Spirit, you may be that light for other people through your giving, through your generosity. Spirit is going to bless you, because it's not coming, like for those of you where it's not coming from you looking for validation, or you looking for some type of return or handout, or hoping that Spirit will bless you the same. But it's a genuineness that comes from you. That's going to be paid back to you tenfold, because you did well with the small things. You were grateful for the little things, and you saw it as a big thing. Because insight, you know, in hindsight, like everything that Spirit, every blessing, every kind thing that someone does for us, even if it's like it's small, or what people perceive as small, of having a door open for you, that was an act of kindness. Maybe that person had a shitty day, but within themselves, they were, you know, they still had a heart and was considerate of someone else, instead of being an asshole and slamming the door on you and not opening it for you because they had a shitty day. It's like that energy is being paid forward, and so on and so forth. So you may be the light for someone else, and vice versa. Okay. Through giving and receiving, that exchange of energy. So I'm gonna leave it at that, you guys. I hope that resonates with whomever this was meant to resonate with. I'm going to do the Chinese New Year zodiac reads soon as well for 2024, and the zodiac reads for 2024 as well. So yeah, like this video if this genuinely resonates with you. Share it with someone that you feel like it may resonate with and benefit. And yeah, sit with those reflections. It's always good to do that. We always want to, oh, what can I expect for the new year? But sometimes, like, we want things to happen. We want these New Year resolutions and things, like, but you got to set forth the energy and the motion to make it happen. And if you don't deal with certain things, you're just going to repeat the same shit over and over until you deal with it. So that's why I wanted to do the year in reflections. I know it's not the popular choice. You know, what can you expect? What's the future? I know it's not the most popular thing, but I felt led to do this. So I hope you guys appreciated and enjoyed this message and benefited from it. And as always, much love. I hope you guys enjoy your rest of your 2023. Be safe out there, you guys. If you're turn up safely. If you're going to be at home, enjoy yourself. And yeah, until next time, peace.